Hi, I'm Dustin Baldwin, CM150 sophomore, lab section 003. My roofing material was composite shingles.
Hi, my name is Zach Moore. I'm a sophomore at CM150, lab section 003, and the roofing material I researched was metal roofing.
Hi, my name's Nate Smith in CM150, and I researched asphalt shingles.
Viktor Beach here, Construction Management 150, Lab 003, and I had Tesla roofing shingles here at the beautiful Vine Street. What do you look for when you're remodeling a home and you're looking for a new material such as a roof? Cost over time, durability, maintenance, all these things are very important to look at when you're deciding on your new material.
My team and I have done some extensive research on 4 different roofing materials, being asphalt, composite, metal, and a brand new material, Tesla.
When conducting our research, we researched 4 categories within each material. We researched the cost, the installation, the availability, and the maintenance.
When defining for the best roofing material, we think that cost and durability is the best option because it may not cost the most at the beginning, but in the time we look for the most effective cost that will save you in the long run.
We also want to find a material that will withstand in all types of weather, still look good, and won't break your pocket.
Each one of our materials has pros and cons to it, so let's dive in and take a closer look at each material. Out of ranking our 4 roofing materials, asphalt is our 3rd best. We're here at Menards, and I found a piece of asphalt shingles to talk about. Asphalt shingles are the most common because of their cost and ease of installation. There are 2 types of asphalt shingles, being organic and fiberglass. They have a protective resin coating that helps keep them durable and waterproof. Fiberglass are more fire resistant than organic because organic have a paper layer in between them. Typically, asphalt shingles last 15 to 20 years depending on the weather that they're in. The price of asphalt shingles are typically about $34 per bundle. Now let's talk about some pros and cons of asphalt shingles. Some pros include they're easy to install, they're pretty cheap, they have a good lifespan, they can be recycled. Some cons include they're not environmentally friendly because they are made of petroleum products. Some others are their color fades over time, sudden weather can cause uplift in the shingles, and their lifespan can go down because of it. Here we have an example of asphalt roofing and having runoff from the petroleum products from it. All that goes right in your yard. The national average to install asphalt shingles is $3,700. They're the easiest type of shingle to install, as you've seen from any class.
The second material we'll be looking at will be metal roofing. Most people overlook metal roofing, but I'm here to tell you that it's a great material for your home or business. Alright, so first let's take a look at the actual cost of metal. The price of metal can vary anywhere from $120 to $375 per square, and each square is 100 square feet. And their upper end metals can be anywhere from $400 and $900, but here at Menards we only have a limited supply, and as you can see, per square it's $104.99 for this piece of steel corrugated metal, but they can range up at Menards to $209 for this piece of corrugated metal. Since we have got the cost of the metal, now we have to get the cost of installation. And typically, the cost of installation for a metal roof can range from $3.50 to $11.50 depending on the area you are. In our area, in West Lafayette, it's usually around $5.50 per square foot. Now that we have the cost of the material, the installation cost, it doesn't really stop there. You gotta have an underlayment, vents, trim, and flashing for a metal roof. This all adds up to time spent on the project. Installing a metal roof can be rather time consuming, so you need somebody that has an expertise in this because it's very technical. Now that we had the nasty costs out of the way and the installation costs, let's dig into why metal roofs can be so expensive. Metal roofs can typically last up to 50 or more years with a potential lifetime warranty. If you think about this is usually the lifetime of a house, so you're only usually spending the money for one installation for your roof. Metal roofs can take extreme heat, high winds, hail, rain, snow, even fire with all minimal maintenance. With all this weather conditions, metal roofs will keep the finish they have the day they were bought or installed. Metal roofs are also Energy Star rated. They reflect the sun's heat instead of absorbing it like shingles, keeping your home cooler in the summer. There's no ice damming with metal roofs at all. Steel roofs shed snow and ice easily and will not absorb or be damaged by water, so there will be no freezing or anything like that. Now that we have the durability out of the way, let's look into the availability of metal. With that being said about durability of metal, let's look into the availability of metal. Finding metal for a project can always be tough, but metal is becoming more and more popular after my research. The multi-tone steel roofing here at Menards comes in 6 different colors. And after talking with the Menards employees, this is usually always in stock here. And you can find this type of metal at your Lowe's, your Home Depots, and all your stores like that. But after researching, I found multiple manufacturers online that sell steel roofing as well, such as Steel Dynamics, Reed Materials, PBG Industries, and multiple more. You have your choosing when it comes to metal. So there will never be a short in metal. So you'll always be able to find metal for your projects. Since we heard all the great things about metal, let's look at some cons with metal roofs. Metal roofs can rust and dent and they can bend. As you can see in this picture, the metal at the end of the building is beginning to rust, and you'll have to take care of this or water will enter your home. With this picture, you can see that the wind has actually lifted the metal up and has bent it. And also hail has done damage to it. So with that being said, there will be some maintenance involved with metal roofs.
The third roofing material is composite shingles. When pulling together our research, we found that there is a lot more pros than cons for composite shingles. These composite shingles have the same look as the loved asphalt shingles for just a little bit more money. Composite shingles cost between $200 and $270 per square and about $90 per bundle. Homeowners can expect to spend anywhere from $100 to $400 for supplies, as well as $1,200 to $1,900 in labor. Composite shingles can stand any weather condition it throws its way. Composite shingles hold their color and particles better than asphalt shingles and won't end up in your gutter all the time after a rain. However, if water does happen to get under the shingles, it can freeze the water and bust up the front layer of the shingles. Unlike metal shingles, composite shingles cannot rust or dent. Composite shingles are great for someone that wants a long-lasting roof with minimal maintenance. Composite shingles may be a little more expensive than the typical asphalt shingle, but over time you will save money with the low maintenance and the low number of times you have to replace the shingles.
Our fourth material that we're looking at here is a new Tesla solar roof. These panels are made mostly out of glass, fiberglass, stuff like that. And they double as a roof shingle and also a solar panel. So the way it works is you kind of have a Powerball block on the side of your house that receives the energy from the solar roof, and then it'll power your entire house for the entire year. So that's one of the major pluses of this new material. As you can see here, the material comes in different styles, different types of tiles that you can put on your roof, just all depending on personal preference. And if you scroll down here, you see what Tesla has to say. And right here, you can put in your address of the house that you want to remodel or have a new roof. We'll do that a little bit later. The panels have invisible solar cells that receive the sunlight and can turn it into energy. And the main thing that is very good about these tiles is it has an infinite warranty. So these tiles, if anything wrong happens to them, Tesla will replace them. So that's very good with the durability side of our project. You can see that the reason that warranty's there is because these tiles are very hard to break. That's one of the Tesla tiles being broken at compared to one of a traditional roof tile. And the power is just super reliable with the power grid on the side of the house transferring the energy. But overall, as a shingle itself, it's very durable. It's the highest in all of its classes, wind rating, fire rating, stuff like that. So it's very durable. It's easy to install. Tesla will have its own installation company come out and install it. So here, if we type in the address for the house that we're remodeling, 805 Vine Street here in West Lafayette, you can see how the Tesla calculator will price it. It takes the square footage of the roof, how many panels you'll need, the approximate solar energy that you'll need, and some houses, larger houses, will need more than one Powerwall battery. This house will need one. So here you can choose what material you want, what type of shingle. One of the toughest things, though, is you have to reserve a spot to get on the list to get these shingles, and that's $1,000 just to get on the list. So it's very expensive. Here you can look at the cash savings. The cost of the roof is just a little bit over $50,000. The battery is about $10,000. But what's selling these tiles is the ability to save money over time through the solar energy and the durability, not having to replace these tiles. I think these tiles would be very good for more of a southern home. Personally, something that gets a lot more sunshine throughout the year. As you can see, the months that we're in now, it's not always sunny. It's starting to get very cloudy and cold. But this is still a very good roof tile, good roofing material that I think will profit in the near future. But I don't think it's good enough for this house here.
After conducting all our research for all four of our materials, we have found that composite will be the best roofing shingle for the house here on Vine Street.
Why do we think composite is going to be the best?
Well, after conducting all our research and going through each four material, composite is the best in each category: cost through time, durability, and maintenance. Asphalt shingles won't be as good. They are cheaper, but they don't last as long, as you can see here on the house that currently has the asphalt shingles. They're starting to tear and rip and degrade a little bit. Metal, we've looked at some metal houses, and they're very expensive initially. And over time, through the rain and the snow and the freezing, they'll start to rust. And then the Tesla shingle would be great, but for this particular house, it's not very good because of the way the roof's shaped. And currently, right now, Tesla shingles are very expensive. You have to get on a very long waiting list, and it just wouldn't be good for a remodel of this type.
What about freezing for some composite shingles?
Well, typically composite shingles have had some trouble with the freezing, but with the new installation processes and the new materials that companies are coming out with, the composite shingles, the freezing shouldn't be a problem.
Hold on,
that's all we have. You had another question?
Got one more question for you. Who do you like better, Mark or Scott?
Well, that's tale as old as time, kind of like MJ versus LeBron. We won't know till their careers are both over.